Here is Igor coming. Okay, so welcome. So if it's okay, we will mix the two languages. We'll speak in English and also in Croatian. Najprije bih predstavila naše gošće večeras, pričat ćemo istovremeno i na engleskom i na hrvatskom. Ok, ako nešto niste, slobodno pitajte, jer imamo gošće iz Kanade, iz Montreala, koja ne priča hrvatski, pa s njom na engleskom, a onda ostalo dvoje. A imat ćemo i live, zapravo uživo, pa neki su govornici strani pa da mogu pratiti. So first of all, thank you very much for coming and answering to this conversation organized by Teatar CIRKUS Punkt within this beautiful theater KNAP in Zagreb, and also hello to everybody who's watching online. First, I'd like to present Doloreze Leonard from Montreal, Canada. Quebec. Ooh. Then we have the master with the 1,000 faces, Romano D. Franto. Also a clown, a musician, a poet, a philosopher, as I said, a man with 1,000 faces. And then last but not least, we have beautiful Morana Dolenc, who is a theater director, a teacher, a puppeteer, and a great theater artist. So thank you very much. And
I didn't hear this lady.
She's from Zagreb. Yes. So the main topic is the main, let's say, problem that we kind of detected that we would like to discuss is how to attract the audience in like contemporary art such as circus, music, and puppetry, and how to get the audience. So I'll go just directly with this question. If you have any cure, any idea, any thoughts on this?
Well, I think now in these days, you need to be very good on website and all that stuff. If you want to have some audience, I don't think now. If you put some poster in the street and all that, it's not gonna work anymore. People are not looking anymore up, they are looking there,
Yeah.
So this is for me the big thing is if you're not, you need. I'm not at this time of the age to be good on the website and how to do that. So if I show something, if I do a show or something like that, I need someone. I don't want to say young, but someone know how to go to get the audience, to have this the type of à la mode, what is good at that time of the year, even the graphic, the color. It's a big world.
Mm-hmm.
You have a show, but you need all this technology to go and sell your show. So for me, that's the way now you can have the audience.
So the good old word of mouth, you think it's not enough for the show to...
My question is, do we still have word of mouth?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes? Yes?
I don't know.
I really, because for me it's very interesting that we can compare actually your situation maybe in Quebec and here in Europe. Would you say, you've been traveling now for more than 2 months around Europe, would you say there's any significant difference?
I don't know, because I was in Spain, in Belgium, in France, and now here, I cannot answer it. I don't want to answer that at the moment because I'm not sure about the audience. No, so I'll just say, meh, no.
Okay. Romano? Any thoughts?
In English, yes.
You can choose.
Yeah, it's in English that we all understand. This question is all the time around, and it's mix of many questions, probably, it seems for me. So I see some examples. I can say what I see from my perspective, And it's also hard to say when you're moving. I'm living a little bit in Poland, I was a little bit in Spain, I'm now here. And there are shows that are really starts to like work, that people just starts to come, and it's working without big stuff. And sometimes, yes, you need today make a lot of effort to do good PR, like bridge between your content and audience. And it's like kind of part of the creation. It's not like anymore what you said, you put poster and it's like it's like director, actor, whoever, and then PR, like boom, you need to kick it. But I don't know really answer. I have tendency to think a little bit romantically, and I see that sometimes it's really happening. So at the end of life, I don't know what was in my life really, but old style, old stuff, like I'm playing also music, and I'm doing music and a little bit street shows and theater shows and club shows, from kids to Halloween and stuff, a little bit kind of darker. And it's strange to see that sometimes you come with acoustic guitar and people are really like, wow, we like so much this again, that we are around, and it's just acoustic guitar, tell a story. And sometimes this works better than in some up level that you need to be on TikTok, on Instagram, and people are coming, yes, pop, and then they actually want to stay at home and watch this, and it means this is different content, this is different preparation and different acting. So I'm dedicated to this, and poisoned a very long time ago with this performing and this experience. So for me, it's like really, I like to be in action, and whatever happened, it can happen when I'm 60, it can happen tomorrow, it can never, maybe nothing big happen, but I like to go on the street, club, everywhere where are people. And I do my job and audience.
So you have hope, like whatever you do, this...
You know, I also like to read a lot of autobiographies, biographies, and I find all the time this interesting stuff. Like Franz Kafka died that he didn't know nothing what happened after. No, that he's now the biggest name in the Europe, in the world about something. You know, he don't know that. Edgar Allan Poe, so Harms. So it's like we really don't know what is happening. What time this switch? Maybe you are after. Maybe you are before. Who knows? What you can do, be honest, no? And do your, what I say, diagnosa. We all have diagnosa, no? And even people who don't say it, they have the biggest diagnosa in tramway, no? And normal. And when I saw that I can work actively on that, my life really changed. I get out of some big hole and big problem. And I think in one moment, this maybe art therapy will soon come, because world is a little bit still have tendency to be shaken more than before, or we see everything now. And I have hope that this can be one of the cures nowadays. So maybe people will come from, not as an audience, but active members to help.
It's funny that Doloreze also kind of finished with the word hope, and now you as well.
Hope.
Morana, is there hope? Hope.
Ja ću sad za promjenu malo in Croatian.
Just hope on Croatian.
So you can make some subtitles.
Yes.
But but she's perfect in English. No?
Yes. Hope. I'm just a little bit tired. Yes.
Feel free to jump and hop on Croatian.
Zapravo ja dolazim s nezavisne scene kao i vi, djelomično, ali koje je posvećeno kazalištu za djecu i mlade. I zbilja mislim da tu ima hope, i da se vijesti, odnosno dobar glas širi pomoću tih nekih, ajmo reći, i preporuka i zapravo zahvaljujući dobroj i kvalitetnoj predstavi. Tako da mislim da nije samo, izuzetno je ovo što je Doloreze, pa bitno, nešto ste pričali o cijeloj toj i najavama i kampanji, produkciji, postprodukciji, sve to naravno da mora biti u današnje vrijeme na nekom visokom nivou. Ali evo, u mojem kazalištu, lutkarskoj organizaciji koju fakat treba u LOFT-u se sada nakon 12 godina intenzivnog rada počelo dešavati nešto što smo iščekivali, a to je da nas zovu da dođemo negdje igrati, a ne da smo mi ti koji stalno dižemo slušalice i u potrazi smo za publikom. Tako da se, zbilja mislim, zahvaljujući radu desio taj jedan preokret koji sad treba nastaviti njegovati te odnose i raditi, naravno širiti krug publike, ali ovdje je i vidljiv je i realan, ali to je nakon 12 godina. Sad, jesmo li mi negdje flopnuli prije, jesmo negdje zakazali ili je jednostavno trebalo zbog možda predstava kakve radimo i nekog nepodilaženja publici možda, trebalo je puno više vremena, ali eto sad se taj rad isplati. Tako da mislim da je ipak jedna kombinacija svega i naravno mislim da svi koji smo ovdje radimo svoj posao otvorenog srca, naravno svi radimo tako za novac, ali ima tu i više stvari, da naravno inspiracija, sve što si ti pričao, apsolutno nas negdje vodi u nekom smjeru, da naravno da ima nade i da mislim da vidjeli smo sad i kad je bila pandemija koliko je umjetnost bila bitna i koliko se odjednom i gledalo filmova i čitalo i serija i ne znam šta, online predstava, znači postoji ogromna potreba za tim.
Okay, hvala. In short, she mentioned that for her theater organization it took like 12 years. So finally to get some like results that they are being invited to the places where, so that they don't have to pick up the phones and invite. So my next question leans on that. How much has changed circus scene in the past, let's say, 40, you have experienced 44 years from the very beginning of Cirque du Soleil and from the street art, and you've performed a lot in Europe with different circuses, theaters, and with your vast experience. So how much has changed beside the digital time? So next question.
They have children. Children begin to be after that teenager. Teenager after that, they're gonna be adult. Adult after that, they're gonna have kids. And they're gonna bring the kids to the circus. And we're gonna have the kids and we're gonna have the teenagers. So always, they are always gonna be like young people, middle age and young and this and grandpapa and grandmama, bring to them, so that kind of circle is not going to stop because it's the wheel of the life. How it change? The price. The price to go see a show. And I think for me, it's mostly that. Okay, Cirque du Soleil, when I began 44 years ago, of course, it was like, maybe $10 to go see. And now, of course, it's about $85 or something like that to see a show. And this is the cheapest place and stuff like that. We have to be honest also with the pandemic. We pass by, we try to say, no, chut, but it's not chut. It's yes. The pandemic broke the artist, broke the company, broke creation, and now we just begin to, to survive about that and to put it back. But the pandemic killed the company and the artists and all that. So it's not from the old age, I would like to say, it's about 4 years ago. Because before, everything was possible, it was easy to go out. Of course, life change, and the style change. like example at Cirque du Soleil, at certain point it was more theater, and after that we have to go more on sport show, more like that, and after that it's not working, so you have to coming back to more theater or more musical, more less talking, and so. But because like I said, children's gonna be there. Mama, papa, grandpapa, grandmama's always gonna be there to bring. And we have to going back to attract the audience to say, hey, we exist, we are there. But it's not easy to live now with the life is going like that, and people to spend money for a ticket to buy for a show. It's a choice, and it's a reality, you know.
Okay, thank you. Romano, do you have maybe some comparison? Yes, perfect intro. If you could give us some thoughts about maybe the music scene or the clown scene you've been experiencing in the past, let's say, 20 years.
Yeah, it's again hard to say. Some things like at the same time, like football games or some realities or stuff are so much like pumped. Then we see how big is like this PR stuff that and who is putting money in that people that it's sold to the most of the people. Like this is the biggest, wow, funny and great stuff to watch. For me, football is the most boring game and most passive bullshit. But it's really that it's really sold. And that whoever's, I have so many intelligent friends, and I'm always have discussions with them, like how you guy, my best friend, and we can talk like this, you know, how you cannot see that you're just depending on this last 3 seconds. Is it going to be or not going to be, that you're passive completely, and blah, blah, blah. So there is, I'm always saying it's not about money, it's not about it is, they're putting all the time commercials, investments, buying these players, giving opportunities in every village in Croatia. I don't know how it's in every village where it's like 500 people. There is a stadium. There is somebody who is giving these balls, and so if there is drums or ukulele or place that I can come there and make some workshop, it will be the same result, better result. We'll have like Cirque du Soleil less music because people it's really time to spend your hours. Like I can say also from my perspective, I was young, I also grew up in a small village and I was to school, and I was like kind of punk rock was for me, and stuff. And I was really also like many young people every day felt from when you're from 15 to 20, lost, you know, your these days. I need to always, I don't know, make some fun, make some poking, make some laughter. People who make me laugh, they're always around me. And then we start to play with music. It's so hard to amplify to pain. What do you mean with this? What do you mean with this music? Like, what do you mean with this? Kind of push what is common stuff and what is like, this is art, it's for them tiring. But when it discovered somehow it's clowning, punk rock in the way that some actors were more close for me, like Iggy Pop, the persona, some characters. That's for me, I started to enjoy that this is the best kind of freedom that I can have on the stage and with people. So I don't know how it changed, say 20 years. I always feel this strange feeling that something happened to me yesterday, but I know that it was 20 years ago. Some things were happened like 1 week ago, and I feel like very, very long time ago. So I don't know what to say, what's changed really. Yes, we changed with stuff we are watching, but then again, now I go to Club Močvara, because 3 strange bands are playing there, and it will be full. And they sold tickets, very underground bands. It's also they have part of costumes and a little bit theater stuff, like variete. They don't know, they don't call it. It goes that direction, and I will act a little bit. So it somehow happened from me. I expect here 500 people. So I don't know. Again, this is like, let's just do it. And these old stories that somebody succeeded 20 years ago, what many times is just stories around a bar. Yes, they succeed, they show you poster, but it's not actually now. And is now we and younger, who actually, or old people who are actually doing it.
Yeah.
I was doing it with Django, one of my teachers in Spain. He was really, until the last day of his life, performing, not standing and saying his stuff. And this is my baby Nela. You come to the show. Ciao, Nela. Yeah, this is the future. Huh?
This is the future. What, Nela?
And now to Morana.
Morana,
So what
can
changed
you
in puppetry?
maybe in puppet? I mean, in theater, or maybe you also teach on the Academy of Arts in Osijek, and I mean, I have experience with this school, but I can maybe watch from the perspective of the last 10 to 15 years. But maybe you know a little bit longer. How much have the students changed their approach to arts, to creative, to being creative, and also with your work within the puppetry? In Croatia is, let's say, kind of new arts, even though we have history from the 80s with great theater directors.
Yes, I think that maybe I can speak about puppetry. The first thing that changed 20 years ago was this school in Osijek. Because when I wanted to go...
You can speak in Croatian as well.
Dobro.
But it goes very well for you.
I switched.
It goes very well for you also in English.
So, which language? Okay. French, yeah. When I wanted to go, when I chose to study puppetry, lutkarstva, there was no school here in Croatia. So I was looking for schools in Czechia or maybe in, I don't know, Russia. For me, it was not my cup of tea, and I decided to go to France. So I studied there. 2 years after, the school in Osijek opened, and I was like, oh, maybe I should wait, maybe this, maybe that, but okay, I finished school in France and I went back. I come back to Croatia, and then I started collaborating with students, and I thought, okay, this is the big thing that is changing. When I was little, there were just a few little. When I was student, not little. There were a few people interested.
Your artistic soul was small. Yes. Young.
There were just few people who were interested in puppetry. And in this school, it was really like a good, not just promotion, but a lot of people fell in love in puppetry while studying art and puppetry, drama art and puppetry. So for me, it was really a big deal. At the beginning, you know, puppetry was like, for kids, for small kids, nah. And with, of course, with the knowledge and all the professors that came from Croatia and outside of Croatia, there was like a really big growth of everything and interest in puppetry. And I think that was really the most important thing that changed. I'm speaking about Croatia. That's changing these last 20 years. And thankfully, I think because of that, small companies were created in these last 20 years, and different we can see now different puppet performances. So people are experimenting, trying to make different things. They are trying to do things with maybe new technologies also. But there is, now we can also talk about experimental independent puppetry scene here in Croatia, and that wasn't the case 20 years ago. So I think this is really a big deal.
there is progress.
And for Europe, it's really like another topic, but for us, it's really a good thing.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you're one of rare people who nurture this area of arts and puppetry in Croatia. So keep going. Yes. So maybe not to be in the same order all the time.
Yeah.
To surprise,
Nella,
maybe.
you'll say.
Then Nella, please. So I have one question, maybe what I mentioned before, but I'm really curious about your whole experience. What would you say? What is the craziest, funniest, I don't know, performance or way of creative team that you worked with, or maybe some anecdote that you can share with us that you were doing? Maybe Romano, if you could share. I'm sure that you have more than one.
Just to finish the last also with one short sentence. What really changed maybe in this way of reality, really I have a small company and I'm living from it like the last few years, and that kind of changed. I don't know, is it private grow up or also world change, but that I'm really like doing freedom, making bullshits and be paid for it, which is the best, from high school I was expecting.
So as you said in the first part, great PR, right?
No.
Et voilà.
Really, but this word freedom is the most. So when you ask what was, it really happened so many things, but like
maybe
one
some
interesting,
situation
one
like-
interesting was when one guy bought for his girlfriend my show alone, that I come like to some weekend house for full show 1 hour.
Wow.
And then I was like, okay, and it's strange, it's kind of normal that somebody calls this, but then you're like, what do you actually mean by this? To be sure what
is
is
there any
happening.
extra benefit I need
No,
to do?
he or she likes you so much. She's like, okay, then we will be talk, and then I say, really, he knows, and she's really saying that this kind of what I'm doing, a little bit absurd humor with music and with this, that she didn't say that here, and that she wants to speak all the time and playing some sketches, and it's haha time. And then I was like, really also without money and stuff, and I say, okay, Gleb, but also to be sure that it's really for sure. I say, this is price for the show, some price.
Yeah.
Okay, I can put a little bit down, but I cannot just come for beer and stuff. I'm professional and this. You say, no problem. I have good job and stuff. I really want to. I will really be paid
the whole package.
like in theater, whatever it is. And I said, and he paid. So I come with.
Can you give me his number? Maybe? We have a couple of
Yeah,
shows.
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But see how it comes from. She wanted exact me, That was also interesting. I was like, really.
So she chose the show.
She was all the time playing this, and he said, "What I want to bring her for birthday, that's kind of you." And I really come there, and it was, I think, also night of theater or circus, night of theater, I think. And I come with taxi, I come with suitcase, and I have this show when I'm switching characters. And I really did the show at home, in front of 2 of them, and we had great time. And I was like, thank you guys, I have in CV one of the best for interviews for this, one of the best stories.
But I also need to mention, you also had a project within Cirkus Next,
Yeah,
like the theater for
house theater, home theater.
So actually you were kind of on that route
Yeah,
already.
that was for
so
me.
it's not, let's say, the biggest surprise.
That
maybe.
it's kind of paid all of these kilometers when everybody say, or I was also thinking for myself, like, am I really like, do I have concept, or I'm really just kind of crazy random guy? When I want to perform in houses and homes.
Yeah, maybe to share with the others.
Yeah,
If I remember correctly, the plot was that you come into someone's house or a room and you perform for them for like, I don't know, 5 or 6 people.
Yeah,
I remember
whatever it is. No,
you were
because,
doing this also in your apartment. I remember the curtain.
But it starts a long time ago when I had this idea. We had association, me and friend, and we need to register, and then we put the name Kućni teatar, like home theater. And one of the very shortly ideas of that was also from this punk rock background that I had, which is do it yourself, DIY, So I didn't finish academy of acting or stuff, and I didn't have any entrance to theater, and I started to be very much interested, but it was closed for me. So I started to do these pubs, clubs, and streets, and I saw, okay, what is really important for making a show? And then I figure out it's these three things. It's like some space, any space, some person who is standing and doing something, and one person who is watching it. No? And that's basically it. It's Peter Brook after I figured out, no? Basics. And then I was like, okay, my home, or somebody else's home, which is private and has interesting objects that I can maybe use as a prop. Why to buy prop and make? Why I cannot do this here? This is my prop, it's your prop, but it's my show. So I start with that, and then I was improvising, and in one moment I really stuck to the, didn't move, and then after it comes tap, 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 and everything come back, no? That one of this was that somebody is calling you actually for that specific stuff. One was that I failed in Circus Next. Really, I had big idea, and this I didn't have time and power to bring it to life. So I switched. Then I was like, okay, I have material for theater, I have material for club, I have theater material for house. Mm-hmm. So then I need sometimes to know where you are.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. Who knows? Maybe in 10, 15 years you come back to the idea again.
But in Corona, it was really interesting. When we were just like 5 people, you have who you have around you, and people start to do this. And I was like, okay, my mission done. I felt that, not like, they stole my ideas because everything changed. I was telling, it's like, no, it's a good feeling. Everybody play for themselves. Hippie world. No, in that moment, in this bad situation. So.
Morana, do you have any interesting story?
Yeah.
I mean, you have a big number of shows behind you.
I was thinking about this question this morning, and I was playing for babies this morning, and there were like, I think maybe 10, 15 babies and their parents in this big interliber thing in these days. And I was playing, I put my little microphone, because from the other places there are always a lot of loud people. And there was one dad who was like this, scotched, cold, zalepljen to me. And he was speaking on the phone. And my microphone was here, and everybody heard what was this was from this morning. And we came one time to eastern part of Croatia, to one little village, and I said to the producer who was selling performances, this is a little bit intimate, we have to be 50, I can play a lot of time in a day, but not a big audience. And we came and we saw the place, the theater, and it was like 500 children.
500.
Oh, wow. Okay. Heart attack. It was really stressful for us. But we played because all the buses came in front and children were entering the theater. Okay, if we survive this, we will survive everything. So things like this happening all the time, because sometimes organizer, they don't take serious performances for children, and they, we can put thousands and thousands of people, you can put microphones, and everybody will sing, it will be. So I have more stories like this. And I have one really beautiful story. It wasn't my performance, but it was performance which I directed. I'm not sure if I'll be able to tell it now in English. Najljepša pozornica na kojoj smo igrali je bila skela u Karlovcu na Rijeci. To je bilo jedno od posebnih, igrala se Sretna kućica Gradskog kazališta Lutka Rijeka. I mislim da nakon toga nismo nikad igrali na općoj pozornici. Za nas je bila Rijeka, publika je bila na tribinama, a glumac i ta scenografija koja je cijela drvena se potpuno uklopila sa tom pozornicom koja je zapravo plutala cijelo vrijeme, i to je onak jedna od slika koju mislim da će baš ostati zapečaćene. Eto, to su neke prve koje su mi se uredile. Osim ove jutrošnje, to je baš šlagvort pravi.
Thank you. Doloreze?
Ben, yeah, I
We
have
have only 20 minutes, you know, for your experience. Because I'm pretty sure you have
well,
many.
no, I have many. Yeah, I have lots. But one thing uh, is when you do a rehearsal, you know, and the day, the première, the avant-première, and that stuff, you know, when you're gonna do the avant-première without public and all that stuff, and suddenly you have the director and he's coming and said, no, no good. I don't like it. And you have a première the next day.
Yeah.
So he said, no, we throw everything and we're going to do a new show tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
And this is happening a few times. So the conclusion of that, it's never think until the first day, and even after the premiere, after the second premiere, you never know if you're going to play the show you was rehearsal since months.
Yes.
Until the director or someone's gonna say, no. You know, no, it's not good, you know. So don't sit, you know, on your proudness, you know, and even that, you know. So it was happening a couple of times. So that's mean, hey, hello. So we call this to always be open the mind. Have to be open, and it's never gonna be the show you was thinking. It's gonna be the show. No. If you don't direct yourself, or if you're not a solo show, and even a solo, how many times you know you're gonna do a show and just avant the premiere, you're like, no, you don't feel good, but you don't promise yourself to cut. And one day you said, no, it's not good. I cut everything, and the day after you just cut everything, and you try something else very new, and it's working. It's the instinct. C'est utiliser son instinct. C'est the instinct have to, you know, your nose and that's what I say when I teach, you know, I said to, when you don't feel good, don't go on stage. Don't go. You know, if you don't feel it's true, it depend, you know, like, you know, I think we have enough age we can say that, but it's, don't lose your time. Don't lose the time of your public also, you know, if you don't, it has to be true. So many story, you know, okay, I'm going to go quick because I said 20 minutes and I've done.
It's only one day. 20 minutes for your stories. Yes, that's what I said.
One day I am working with a guy called Franto. I don't know if people know him. He's a famous metteur en scène. And he saw me, he's coming, we do a show, and he said, oh, I would like to see you like a Maître Léonard, androgyne. So, okay. Androgyne, so okay. So, okay, androgyne. So, you know, I do that, and he slick all my hair back, and all the bras there white, and he put a corset here like that, you know, to tight everything, and put some shoulder pad in, so like that we don't see I have a breast. I had no breast, and I play with German people. It wasn't happening in Germany, and so the premiere arrived. So I played the Maître Léonard, you know, the hello, darling. So I played this character, the Maître Léonard, in front of and my colleague, after the show is finished, the German after the show, they are like that. No, we're not gonna play with you like that. If you are this character, we're not gonna play with you. No. So the German people say, we're not gonna play with her. She's so sweet, so now she's like, So I said, what I do the same show, but I I was not right to be this kind of character, so I changed. So it's not only the meta can change something. So the performer can say, no, I'm gonna do what you ask me.
It's very
It was some, but it was everybody that. And Zushi is born from that, and I still live as
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
see. Yes, yes, yes. I had a question on top of. Okay, yes, I know what I wanted to ask. Maybe for the last question, and then maybe to allow our audience, lovely, to ask you something. The question of ego in the theater or in the art performance.
Ego
So
or ego?
ego.
Ego?
How much do you work with birds? The ego, because in my opinion, decisions such as these, we're gonna cut this. Okay, we were working on this, and then suddenly you understand it's not working. To cut, your own creativity, your own work. How hard is it? And how hard is it when you work with somebody else? I find that a lot of times the ego is something. The flexibility of mind or creativity. And one of you isn't that flexibility keyword. Flexibility. Okay.
Mislim da nemamo ego ne bi radili ovaj posao, da se razumijemo.
Okay.
To je sigurno. A s druge strane, za mene stvaranje kazališta je naravno kolektivni čin i radim ga zato što imam mogućnost svaki put režirati s nekim ljudima s kojima sam već radila, svaki put sam bio. To je za mene jedan moment koji je izuzetno uzbudiv, nekako mi daje snagu i energiju i zapravo me svaki put drži put da se ne uljuljam. Imam među ljude koje znam, da sam uvijek u nekom safe zoni, da sam
So you like to feel challenged every time.
Tako je, točno to. Ali onda s druge strane, s ove redateljske strane, kada razmišljam, mislim da u zadnjih sad mojih 10 godina upravo taj neki proces kroz koji sam došla do toga da sam shvatila da neke stvari se jednostavno mijenjaju i od neke početne ideje, ako stvorimo iza nečega i naravno da ne znamo na kraju kako će biti završni projekt, produkt, kako ga nazvali predstava. Ako mi unutar toga, ako ja predatelj unutar toga nisam fleksibilna i ne slušam svoje suradnike, ne pratim sve istrove što je Doloreze rekla, to je za mene jednostavno više to nepojmljivo da na početku ja sad imam viziju kako će točno na kraju izgledati i da ne odustajem od svojih ideja. Jer mislim da je to ipak zajednički, rad na zajedničkoj stvari i zapravo ti ljudi onda ostaju s tom paže kada se nekako sve ideje i misli zajednički na neki pozitivan način usmjere u taj proizvod koji će onda se dijeliti sa publikom i naravno da će se to i osjetiti. Ja sam zbilja vjerujem u to. Jer jako često i predstave koje su nastale u nekim, ajmo reći, težim uvjetima ili možda nekim nategnutim situacijama, nekad se i ugase. Ne mora, nekad naravno ispadnu vrhunski, ali zbilja ako redatelj taj svoj neki ego zna nekad malo suspregnut i više otvorit sva svoja osjetila prema suradnicima, mislim da se to super stvari dešava.
Da.
Jer zato i biramo sve te ljude s kojima želimo raditi, da daju dio sebe i unesu to neku zajedničku logiku koja onda ide dalje.
So, cool. Romano, Doloreze, any thoughts short about
Eagles.
Egos of eagles?
It's like in life, you know, you come to some meeting, it's 5 people around the table, somebody says something and you fell in love with this, and this 4 other people say like, the worst guy or something. So this magnetism, it's also hard to say how many % we need of craziness, how much of vision, how much of flexibility. Sometimes I work with some flexible people and nothing happens. They're just flexible. It's like this is like this all cancel, woke and stuff where we are going also from there. I will not tell this because I will make these people maybe offended, this, that, and then it's like in the gloves.
Yes.
The most interesting people were, for me, very dismagnetizing moments when you have that somebody also like kick you with something that you're also not sure what happened, to poke you or you poke somebody. But it's hard to say where is this line that there is a lot. It must be a lot of charm in that. And I don't know. The ego. What is ego? Is it our motor drive? Probably yes, but at the same time, we need to be open to really listen everything around, and then that you're not stuck, no? And this like pathology ego. Right? You're like, yes, I'm driving, I see, but we jam together. Don't know what more to say. It will be always that, and just izvagati se, yeah?
To wait
yourself, no?
yourself, yeah. To
No.
be in the
I think David Bowie was, from him I met a lot of things that I experienced in life, and after comes that he said like big, and I didn't listen to him so much, but more and more I'm in love with him. Like, one of the things he said, no, that it's if you try to do actions that everybody loves you, you can end up that nobody loves you.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
True.
very much like in rock and roll and music and circus and stuff. Many of my favorite actors and performers were these that half of audience, some people from the audience go out. They're offended. It's too much, and I was like, that's for me.
Yeah.
They go for something else.
Doloreze,
Yeah,
quickly.
quick. Yeah,
Quickly.
exchange. I mean, I would like to say exchange, just to exchange. The thing is, the fact like I have a certain age, you know, so I have experience, but I have also to be open to listen young people. What is the vision of these people? I have my vision, they have the vision, and I have to be open to, if I want to perform, still performing for these young people. So I need to be open to the vision with them, and to open my mind, to open my heart, my soul, and not to be stuck on my style, on my age, on my category, my style, to open to other people, you know. So that's why I say, before say no, I exchange. Okay, tell me, and okay. Yeah, maybe you're right. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna chop that, but exchange, communication.
Okay.
Did I say that? Communication. Hey, people, communication.
Communication.
Okay, so
And
thank
I
you
will
for...
must say, because I'm now first day of the workshop of Doloreze, Princess Doloreze. This
Princess.
is our special code language. Nobody maybe knows, but it's in the workshop, and it's so great. I must say that we still have 2 more days, and this is about really communication, exchanging. We enjoy so much. I have feeling that I have like friend from elementary or high school that there's no age or stuff in the world of games, of play, of theater. We are really like pam, giving ideas, and everything ends up that 6 adult people are screaming from laughter and making notes. This I can share to my people also when I come. So I think this is big win. No? Hope. Never. Hope.
Well, before we skip to the questions, just to invite everybody, if somebody's watching online, that there will be a short presentation from the workshop on Sunday at 4 in Voćarska in Mjesni odbor. So you're welcome to watch the presentation.
Sunday at 4.
Buffons. Where do you pull out all the instruments?
They call me man of 1,000 faces.
Yes,
maybe 1,000 sounds.
Instruments. So maybe maybe if we can also, thank you if you took a picture of this. If we can also take a picture.
I did.
Oh, perfect. Do you have any questions for these lovely performers,
Yes.
directors,
Opa.
artists? Igor,
Yes.
you also come from the theater with a lot of
yeah.
experience.
It's more like an observation than a question, but you are people of so many experiences, so many skills, and so many good stories, and people of performing. So when you started talking, it was about connection between you and the audience. Where are you now, and how to get to them? It's either too small or too big, like Cirque du Soleil with expensive tickets. And now we're in a theater for 220 people. I've seen Marijana do a show here. 2 times it was a full house, and after her show, she bought me. So I would be willing to pay more or go somewhere else to seek something like this. I think that the solution to getting to the audiences, new audiences, is theaters like this, not too big, not too small, like community theaters. Mm-hmm. And it might be a good solution because you can fail here and it's not going to be a big fail. You can succeed here and you can go forward. If you stay small, people will get the perception that it can't grow bigger. If you go too big, they get the perception they can't afford it and they won't be able, they dismiss it right away. So perhaps smaller theaters, and there are enough small theaters, centers, culture centers in Croatia. After all, I think that they might be a solution to showcase your skills and everything you have, because people are hungry for that. Morana also performed here, and we also had great experience with that. So I think theaters like this could also be the solution.
The solution, how to get to the audience.
How to get to the audience, yeah.
Yes, you see, you already have young audience coming.
New generation.
Yeah, new generations are coming.
Maybe any other comment or question from somebody, pitanja, komentara?
Little bit of show.
Now you're going to show.
Now you're going to
Hypnotism.
say, yes. Well, if not, then I would like to say big thank you once again to KNAP and to Morana, to Igor who welcomed us here, to Lydia who helped with organizing everything, and to you for sharing your beautiful experience. And I hope you enjoy in Zagreb for the next 2-3 days.
Anytime, just call.
Thank you for coming, and yeah.
Et voilà.
Et voilà. And thank you.
Je bila dobra muzika. Solo.
Pa li tvoj tata sve svira, ha?
Sve.